Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Starlight 2 from CZT Debbie Raaen. Now, if you are following every day, and I appreciate that if you are, you'll say, wait, we did Starlight. Well, we did Starlight. So I first found Starlight 2 on, I think it was Pinterest. And I'm like, oh, that looks really, really cool. And, but then, Starlight 2, what came before this? So I went down that rabbit hole and found Starlight, which is similar. And I'll show you the tiles from there at the end. I will also put a link in the description, so if you missed it or if you want to find it quick, it's in the description section. And while I'm doing that, I should probably vice versa put this one over there. But anyway, it's a neat tangle, and of course similar but different at the same time. All right. And today being Thursday, the time of this recording, we had a ton of fun with this on our Tangle Time sessions. I'll show you those as well. All right. This is also essentially a grid pattern, but you can do it a couple ways. I'm just going to do one box. So I'm going to draw one box. And, oh, it's so neat. Okay, so you have your box. We're going to essentially draw an asterisk. So that is, and go diagonal first. So we're going to do a diagonal line all the way across. And then the other way. I have my eyeballs kind of set way over here, but I'm also watching the pen. And so as I go, I'm going slowly so that way I can make very minuscule course corrections along the way, so that way I don't completely miss it. When I go too fast, guess what happens? Yep. It's like, well, there's the corner. Oh, line didn't hit it. And then here, and then you find the center. So if you have challenge doing these kind of things, this is what works great. You can do this two ways. One, you can do this and eyeball it, or you could start from the center and go either way, like that. Whatever works best for you. I'm going to take my chances on it the other way. And you just go slow, and just like I said, and just kind of aim for that center. And it works out pretty darn good. All right. Now, from here, this is similar to the other. So in the center, we're going to put some little straight lines. And if you just focus on, this triangle, come out from the center a little ways and try to, that's my game. All right, let's see if I can go right down the middle of that. It helps to start in the middle. Yeah, sure. Okay. And with these lines, one of the things is, and I should probably make them a little bit longer. Let's do that with these. I can extend the other ones as I go. So the shorter you have this first step, the thinner that section will be. So for instance, let me back up, because I did this. I'll show you what happens when, and it's not bad, but when you do it the wrong direction on this one. Okay. So once you have this all done, have it facing this way, so you have a flat side by you, and you have your north, south, east, west, and those are on the, not in the corners, they're on the flat sides, okay? So on that north, south, east, west, we're going to take the ends of these points and bring them to that north, south, east, or west. And it's just a straight line. So from, and I, you can turn your tile, of course, so that way you're drawing a comfortable straight line. Try not to think past it, right? I do like north and then south. Do I want to bring that out a little bit? No, I'm just going to do it as it is. Because I run the risk of doing something I don't want. right, and then the bottom. Yeah, so on the first Tangle Time session, I did it, the first step on the diagonal. It still worked out fine. I will show you later. But, so if you accidentally did that, just keep going. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Then, now on the diagonal, can't talk. Here, you can kind of make choices. So you can decide how far up this line you want it to go. And so I'm just gonna shoot for there. That's what I want. So there we go. And then we're gonna do that on all 4 sides. Ooh, that looks kind of cool leaving it like that. It's like a crystal butterfly. Okay. And it looks neat just like that, right? In the corners, we're going to do the same thing like we started with. So I'm going to do a straight line coming out of the corners. And you will want to make sure to take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can see the amazing samples from Debbie, and which also gives other ideas on some things like this. So she has a variation, and let me do one. I'm going to have these connect. So from here, I'm going to connect them down here, but you don't have to. And so one of the variations that Debbie shows is like having a little bit of a gap here. So you just have that line. So you can take a look at that and see what it looks like, and do it if you want to. And I mean, she has some other great ideas there too. All right. So we'll get that with all 4. Then these little corners. Now, on our time, we had some people that just left them blank, and that's fine. It actually kind of makes it sort of snowflakey. And then you could always go out with more diamond shapes. But what Debbie has us doing is from this corner, and then just merging in, to the side of the, your border line. That's what's so fun with everything Zentangle is, you get to have fun with it however you want to have fun with it. And I don't have it handy. I need to print this quote out. I was watching one of I think it was one of the project packs. I wrote down what it was, but where I have it all written down is not right handy. But it was just so neat because Rick and Maria, they're talking, and Maria was talking about rules and stuff, and I know some people just have this complete aversion to to any kind of rule, and it's funny. And so when they said this, I'm like, oh my gosh, paused it, got my little book, and I'm like, okay, I kept rewinding it until I got the wording exactly. And Maria was talking about that it's nice to have rules for doing these tangles. And Rick jumps in, because they so nicely dovetail their conversation. And he says, yeah, and then you learn the rules well enough, so then you learn how to break them and not mess things up, type of thing. And it's like, that's exactly right. This is why I like doing the step out to what the originator of the tangle has, and then play. And that's what's so fun, is you can just do whatever you want. But it's good to go, oh, this is the tangle. Okay, and now let's mess with it, and let's see where we want it to go. And this is essentially it. And after this, then here's the funnest part. Let me get my graphic one, though. Because what's nice about these, and this is, like a compass rose. I don't know if there's, if there are other terms for this kind of thing. But you can then fill in one side and alternate that. And I am going to do that. And here's why I'm pausing. I'm like going, where do I want to start? It's like, I really would like to start on that side. But, and does it matter? No. But why is it that I always seem to see that the darker side is on the right? So I guess I'm going to do that. I kind of wanted to fill this one out because it's not right. And I know. I just said you can do whatever I want. And that's what I want. When you don't know exactly what you want, then. and it's fun. So then, for this, you just, you start one place and fill in every other. And then when we come to, up here, same thing. Well, like, for instance, I'll do it right now. And, I do find I usually will do all of this first and then come around, because so here, we're going to alternate that also. Now, what else can you do in these? You can put other tangles in them, so it could become a reticula if you wish. If you want to see what everyone on our call did, make sure to go to the description section and click on my link tree, which is below the links to the step outs. And then you can go to my website. And there, you know what, I'm going to do this with so like, see this one, I want to course correct this. This I can do because I'm filling it in. And here's, let's go from here. There we go. I find it safer to just do that, and then I can fill in. But that is the beauty of the fill in. It is like one of the best ways to course correct something that you're not happy with. And that's why I always take a minute and look it over and calculate, okay, if I do that, is that really what I want to do? Will it work? And then you just do. But anyway, if you want to see what everybody did, go to my website, tangleaddicts.com, or go to my link tree and click on there and subscribe to my blog on my website. And when I get that posted, you will have it. On that post, I call it a recap because I'll put all of the pictures, the screenshots from the event, and then any pictures that I collect from our Facebook group, or that people will send to me, because not everybody is on Facebook, and but so I try to get as many as I can on there because it's so nice to see them up close. And then too, sometimes people aren't finished by the end of our tangle time, because it's only an hour, and it's an hour of lots of fun. Come and join us. It's also free. You will find that information on my website as well. And I just have these couple more. Yes. Sometimes I have to pause and wait. Oh, is that yes, that's the right one. Yes. We're on the correct side. It's almost like the old saying, measure twice, cut once. It's like, okay, think twice and mark it once, I guess, and not have to go back. All right. There we go. And you could, instead of filling it in with pen, of course, you could use just graphite, because that's kind of nice. Neaten that up there. And that is it. I'm going to leave that one the way it is without shading. And while no, I'll do it after this. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So this is it. Just, one, it could be a nice centerpiece for a tangle, but here it is, because you can do this in a larger grid. And here it is. It's pre-done, because I was playing, and I wanted to do it because I didn't do this on our tangle time. But you see, you have the larger ones, and then what happens is these bits create the smaller ones, and it's just really, really neat. And if you were to say exaggerate the sizes, I don't know, you could just have a lot of fun. You can see it well enough. Here is Starlight, just the regular one. Oh, let me do this one that you can see better. Let me hold those next to each other and see how, it's similar, but it's really all of these smaller ones, and that's it when you do that in a grid. And this one, she has it more as a fill-in like this, or you could do it as a border. And I do have that in my version of the step out. Both step out versions show how you could do that as a border as well. So just really, really neat. And of course, you know, you can decorate the back sides. So this was Starlight. Let's see if I can make it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to get right in my own way. Let me neaten this up first before I do that. Yes. Okay. Oh, nice and neat. Now, here's what happens when you do the first steps on the diagonal instead of doing it. Oh, no, wait. Instead of doing it, you know, on the north, south, east, west. And then what you have to do is you just like, and this is what, if you embrace it, this is what can be fun about the no mistakes concept is you're like, well, that's not where I'm supposed to put it. Okay, so now, but you keep going. And then you figure, okay, well, where do I go from here? So I just, and, you know, it took a minute. It's like, no, well, these bits just became on, you know, it was like, oh, well, here's the empty corners after doing all of this. So then I put that line that comes out and did those there. And you wouldn't necessarily know, except that these are not in the corners and these are. It still looks cool. And you can see the fun, I put print tops in white in the one side and then filled in the other with brown. This is on a nice tan tile. And then added some stripes because my intention first, and again, take a look at the for more inspiration link, because the bottom sample that Debbie did, I was like, oh, I so want to do that. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. Apparently I'm going to do a modified version. So that's what this is. And then on the second session, I did this, and that is more on the lines of what it's what I was intending it to look like. And yeah, and it was just a lot of fun. Just to, by the way, because if you like this just as well, when you do, oh, look at it fits. So these lines right here, just use the takeoff and land concept and draw. So you would draw over this and then, you know, make it into a swoop going up. I'm trying to look. Oh no, yeah, and hers aren't necessarily like this part isn't curved at all. Looking back at it, but you can just see it's like, oh yeah. So that's what I did is I did the takeoff and land concept, and I actually started here and just drew right over that line and then continued it on up. So it has a look and feel of being continuous. And then you disguise this line, because you're going to be let me put it back there, right? You're going to be swooping up. So you disguise these lines by putting other lines in. If you watch regularly, we've done that with some other things. And then just have fun with it. So it's a nice shiny gold. But anyway, a really, really fun tangle, and I thought it was a great way to kick off our new year of Tangle Time. And I said it to everyone there, and I'll say it to you watching. You know, you're a star. You're a Zentangle star by just doing it. You don't even have to like what you end up doing. You're still a Zentangle star by just doing it and keeping at it. It is so much fun and so rewarding. So there we are. All right. Now, if you have enjoyed this, and I hope you have, would love it if you were to click the like button. And if you, I still need to finish. I might modify this somewhat. I don't know. I still have finishing to do. I just haven't decided what. But so if you've liked it, please click the like button. If you liked it enough to see more, please click on the subscribe button. And come and join us sometime. We have a lot of fun. And you don't have to end up with a finished product, a finished looking thing like this. You can have it unfinished and have stacks of things that, to finish later. But we have a lot of fun, and everybody does their own thing. We're tied together by whatever tangles that I have presented to everyone. And some people work in a sketchbook, and they're just maybe making their own step outs, because that's how it gets in their head better. And I know several people that do that, and it's, you know, you do you. That's what it's about. So, and then some go absolutely crazy. And if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. And if you subscribe to the blog, you will see who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, there were some just amazing things, and to think that it's just done in an hour. When you look at the screenshot, oh my goodness, it's just remarkable. So again, check out the description section, check out the link tree. Besides having links to, website, Facebook page, if you follow the Facebook page, you will see when I post classes, and so then you could follow for that reason, if you're interested in that. And then also we have a link to our private Facebook Tangle Addicts group, and that's where people will post. We have fun, just enjoying and celebrating what everyone did, and getting ideas for other things that we want to do. It's a lot of fun. So you can come and join us there as well. There are 4 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry. Just want to make sure you're aware. And just lots of other links there that you can enjoy. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.